Hi there, folks. Welcome to the second extra video of Super Mario World. So, we now have access to the special levels, which, as we'll find out now, amazing! Few have made it this far. Beyond lies the special zone. Complete it, and you can explore a strange new world. Good luck! So, we'll be seeing this so-called strange new world at the end of this part, because, yeah. So, some warning ahead of time. If you're expecting me to show off, me failing these stages or anything like that, that's not gonna happen because, well, honestly, we've already beaten this game. I want this to... I want to move on because I have other plans. And yeah, some of these levels really are pretty tough. I don't think all of them are all that bad, to be honest. Like this first one, for example. Super simple. But, details. And so, anyway, I'm just going to be cutting to when I actually beat each stage. So, sorry, folks, but whatever. Yeah, though, really easy first level for this special area. Oh, that was awesome. I felt like such a badass after that. I'm like, oh, that was awesome. I managed to fly up in between the hammers that the thing was throwing, and yeah, it was swell. Anyway, we defeated Gnarly, and so that takes us to Tubular. Tubular is actually my least favorite level, and I think it's actually one of the more poorly designed levels, considering this is a children's game. So, here's the deal. You gotta use the balloons to get across here. If you run out of balloon before you get where you gotta go, you're pretty much screwed. You can't finish the level. There are only two balloons, the one that I grabbed at the beginning, and that one. Here's the problem. A natural instinct that most folks are gonna have is to grab the other balloon as soon as it shows up because, well, why not? The thing is, you gotta wait. You have to wait, otherwise you will not make it to the end like I did. I know, I made it look really simple, and indeed it is really simple as long as you remember that part about the balloon, but, speaking as a kid, well, I'm not a kid now, but speaking as someone who played this game as a kid, yeah, I fucking hate that level. Which actually takes us to my second least favorite, mostly just because of the beginning here. This requires a lot of memorization. Because, there are all these different switches. Which ones you turn on, and when you turn them on, will determine whether or not you get through here. Because, yes, some of these do actually take you to where you just fall to your death, and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't know why I didn't jump there. Anyway, so I really do hate this. Only for this first part. It's not badly designed. It is, once you have it memorized, it's more than easy enough, but I do not like that very much. This part's not so bad unless you try and do it the way they want you to, which is to use the ropes to dodge up and down. But as you can see, you can actually just jump up and then re-grab the rope, and that just makes it so much simpler. So the second part's not that bad when you know that. It's a pretty fantastic trick that I discovered for myself when I was a child. And so, yeah, I recommend doing this. Because dodging these little black things as going up and down on the rope, Mario doesn't go up and down quick enough for it to be a reliable thing to do. At least in my opinion. It's still doable, it just, yeah. But that was way cool. Awesome, I believe. Yeah, I actually like this level a lot. It's not very hard. In fact, a lot of the ones we're coming up to aren't very hard anymore. I actually think we passed the most difficult and frustrating of these special levels. This one's not that bad at all. It is icy and slippery, so that's something to take note of. Not such a big deal for right here, but it will be later. Ugh. But yeah, it's a pretty basic level. Not a whole lot of tippage. I don't know. Not a whole lot I can actually talk about. I think that's our first time seeing a yellow Koopa Troopa. Even when they have wings, they walk around. Anyway, I recommend carrying that P-switch over to here, because I find that it makes it a little more simplistic. Let's just say. Those blocks are slippery, by the way, the blue ones, so you gotta be careful in situations like that. Also, this is the first time we're seeing the friggin' jumping, flying fish. Finally! They were everywhere in... Well, not everywhere, but Super Mario Bros. 1. Didn't see them. Or, I'm sorry, saw them in like 2 or 3 levels. Super Mario Bros. 3, I want to say there were several levels with them as well. Super Mario World, though, no, that's the first time we saw them, I believe. Kind of disappointing. But yeah, that level, awesome. It's pretty awesome. I actually do like it. That takes us to Groovy. Which I am... Ah, yes, it's this one. Does this look very familiar to you guys? Think a little bit about it, but yeah, does it look very familiar to you all? That's right, this is the level that, for some reason, they decided to use for the opening of the game, like, before you get to select a file and whatnot. This is the level they decided to show. I don't know why they chose this one and not one from, like, Yoshi's Island or something, but not that it matters. This is a very simplistic level. It's clearly designed with Yoshi in mind. I think it's pretty safe to say that. Also, I can't remember if this slowdown that we're experiencing is from my my computer or if it's actually like that in the game. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played this actually played this on my Super Nintendo. Especially these levels, because honestly, I don't usually touch these levels. Yeah, though, once again, I don't have a whole lot of tippage. Oh, that was awesome, too. I didn't even mean to do that. I dodged the baseball, he jumped, and I ran under him. I thought that was a pretty badass move on my part. Maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know. But yeah, very basic level. Really not very hard at all. Also, I so touched that bar. Just saying. And now we're at Mondo. Mondo is a level that's... it's not that tough. Like, at all. It's actually very tame. Maybe... well, I shouldn't say the easiest. The very first of these special levels is probably the easiest. But it's very tame. I guess the thing they expect is that the water is moving up and down, and you gotta take that into account, kind of. And it has a current, as you can probably guess. It's constantly pushing you to the left, which can get annoying, but it's really not that bad. And evidently, these fish, when they're bouncing around like this, it doesn't matter. If they run into you, they'll die. Mario will just kick the fucking fish, and they'll just die. It's something else, but, you know. Yeah, I don't really have any problems with this level either. Obviously, though, in situations like this, you should wait until the water starts going back up, because it will. It will go up. I do think I actually died on this before, but, like, when I was recording, but, you know, I don't remember. I edited these a long time ago. In fact, this is actually my second time recording commentary for these levels, because something way fucked up happened with my first audio recording of me talking. I don't know what the hell happened with that, but yeah. You don't want to hear about that. I guess this part would be a little tough. A little bit. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of these levels aren't very tough. This next one that we're coming up to, though, actually did get me a little bit of trouble, because It's very reminiscent of a level that I don't think I showed off the best in Super Mario Bros. 3. But it's very reminiscent in that. Outrageous. And, you know, it is doable without Yoshi, but I got fed up, so I went and I grabbed Yoshi because it's like, nah, not worth it. It's only because of one jump. I do think this level was very inspired by Super Mario Bros. 3, though, because you have the fire bouncing things here. Finally, we haven't seen those in this game either. So I do think that this level's kind of inspired by said level, but, you know. I recommend doing your best to hold on to Yoshi simply for one jump. It's just one jump that's just... It's more annoying to try and make than anything, and yeah. Obviously, you cannot kill the fire unless... I think maybe you can if you have a star guy, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I actually think we're at the jump, but I'm pretty sure it still takes me a minute or two because, yeah. Oh, damn it. Because I keep running into trouble. Again, Yoshi's going to make this a lot more simple because, you know, you can jump off of Yoshi. So yeah, I'm going to be sacrificing Yoshi in a second here. Right here, though, you're supposed to use the bullet bills and jump off of them somehow. First the bottom and then the top in order to get over that pipe. That is so much of a tedious chore to do, so yeah. Screw that. I'd rather sacrifice the Yoshi. Fish! Fish! Goomba! Watch out for the fire. I was a little tense right here because, you know, I don't have any health power-up or anything. They just had to screw with me, didn't they? I don't have any kind of a health power-up or anything, and I was worried the fire was going to get me. More than anything. Mostly because of the foreground. I really hate the trees that are in front of the screen, you know, the foreground. I really hate those. In fact, I hate that for any kind of 2D platformer. Donkey Kong Country, there are... Oh, what levels are they? They're like the, factory levels that have, like, pipes and chains and shit in the foreground. Really hate that. I do not like stuff getting in the way in front of the screen while I'm platforming. But yeah, if you have Yoshi, it's not too bad aside from that very first... Or, not very first, but that first jump that I had to sacrifice him for. Otherwise, pretty simple and tame. Again, well, actually, I do think I missed that one barely. Barely. That one seemed like it was pretty close. But, folks, that takes us to the final special level, and honestly, probably the final level of this playthrough. Well, not entirely, but one of the final levels, and that is Funky. This one's not very hard either. The worst part of this is the time limit. You don't have a whole lot of time to get through here. And so, it is a little close, but it's still not that bad, as far as the actual level goes. A lot of, I don't know if tense is the right word, but a lot of, like, kind of specific, well, kind of. Basically, lots of key platforming elements. Lots of baseball throwers, too, by the way. I'm taking precautions to kill these things. Also, you want to watch out when you're on those blue blocks, because if you're not holding down the run button, don't push it. Because if you do, you will pick up a block and you will fall to your death. That did happen to me during the recording. I was like, fuck. It's something else. I was really hoping for a health power up there, but whatever. Otherwise, though, yeah, very tame level. We are very low on time, though, to finish it. Luckily, we're nearly done. It's not very long level. I don't know what was in that, item box or question mark block or whatever, but I wouldn't go for it. You are a super player! I don't know why there are only 2 exclamation marks. But, ladies and gentlemen, with that we have finished the special area of Super Mario World. Oh yeah, we finished it. But what about this strange new world that it talked about at the beginning of this video? Well, after you do all these special levels, as you can see, things look a little different, don't they? It's a completely different color. Well, let's go ahead and tackle Yoshi's Island too, because why the hell not? As you can see, the Koopa Troopas are no longer, you know, Koopa Troopas. They're wearing, like, Mario helmets and stuff, and yeah, it's something else. A lot of the enemies are changed up, and the overworld map looks different. Aside from that, though, not a whole lot's changed. Which is why I didn't feel the need to do another play, like, to show off the levels after doing this. The level design's the exact same as far as I'm aware. Maybe it's a little bit tougher, but I don't think so. I don't remember. It's been a long time for me. And, yeah, several of the enemies, but not all of them. In fact, actually a surprisingly little number of enemies have been changed from what they normally are. So, you know, to show you guys all of the enemies that have changed, I'm going to show you the credits that happen after you finish. After you go through the special levels and go and beat Bowser. Now, don't worry, Bowser does not change at all. It's the exact same fight, exact same thing that I showed you in part 13, so you're not missing anything. Also, I noticed after my previous recording, because as I mentioned earlier, this is my second time doing commentary for this video, these do not show off the name of the wizard guy, which I believe is Lakitu. They don't show him off. I don't know why. They show off everything else as far as I can think, but yeah. As you can see, Bullet Bill is now Pidgeot Bill. Kind of makes me think of Pidgey. The Mask Koopas. I think there's a green one as well, but for some reason it only shows the, like, 2 reds. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Again, I don't remember. But anywho, yeah, this has been the second extra video for Super Mario World. It's a little bit longer than what you may have wanted because, well, the thing is, I didn't want to split this into 2 videos. I was like, you know what, let's just do 1 video for this special world. I want to get this playthrough done with because this is supposed to be done, oh god, a long time ago. But, whatever. We're done now, and I'm sure some of you are wondering, what is the next playthrough going to be alongside Legend of Dragoon? Because, you know, Legend of Dragoon, it is such a long fucking game. But we'll be seeing that. Well, folks, the next game that I'm going to be doing alongside this, I'm actually torn because I have, like, 3 choices. We're going to end up doing all 3 of them while I'm doing the Legend of Dragoon, because, again, Legend of Dragoon is pretty fucking long. But, I'm undecided, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching this playthrough. I am sorry that it took as long as it did. It was supposed to be a Christmas and New Year spectacular.